So I've done it. I've purchased a big white van. The name of the van is Volkswagen Crafter, and I'm hoping that with this van I'll be able to travel and ride my bike a bit more, stay in locations for a bit longer, for trips to Wales and Scotland and the likes of, and yeah, just enable me to get out and ride my bike even more, and basically give us opportunities to do some pretty cool trips. So before I go inside the van, show you the back and the future plans, I just want to fast forward backwards in time, because I'm very impatient. I'm an impatient person, and I've already rushed into stripping out the back. So yeah, let's go to that and then we'll cut back to the present day.
So as you can see, the back of the van had ply lining on the doors and on the sides. The ply lining was held in by the typical metal screws through the panel and directly into the metal framework of the van, which is not a very nice or clean way of doing things. The screws come loose, and in this case the panels were mostly loose and flapping about. I did think initially when I purchased the van that I could potentially repurpose the panels and maybe carpet line them and reuse them, but on closer inspection I decided that they just didn't fit as neatly as I'd expected. So I could use some of them as templates or repurpose them in another way, but I think I'll be replacing all of the ply lining with a newer ply lining, and then I'll just carpet over the top of that. So yeah, this is the first job, just removing everything and seeing what damage and what debris was left behind them so that I can make a blank canvas to start.
So here we are. If I can show you inside, as I said, or as I showed you rather, I cut out all the ply lining, removed it all, and I'm left with dust, builder's dust and rubbish, and then a floor which needs to be pulled out. So the idea is that I'm going to clean this up as best I can to have a blank canvas. So all of the parts like this where they've gone rusty, and the parts like this, all the scratches, I'm going to make them good and basically make it a blank, clean canvas to start this project. But yeah, this is the van. So the van in question is a 2018 Volkswagen Crafter medium wheelbase high top. It's covered 100,000 miles, or just shy of 98, and it's a 2-litre diesel automatic. It's the 8-speed automatic transmission. So it's a trendline spec, which means it comes with parking sensors, the upgraded, or rather bigger, like radio unit, air conditioning, cruise control, and it has various other features that you get with the trendline spec that I can't actually remember. But the main things for me that I wanted in a van was 1, parking sensors front and rear, 2, a reversing camera, because it's quite tricky to reverse a big van into tight spaces, and my driveway is one of those spaces, so it definitely helps having a reversing camera. Of course you can fit them aftermarket as an option on most vans, but yeah, it's handy that this van already came with it. The automatic transmission is something that I really wanted, but I wasn't prepared to pay extra money for, so it was a matter of waiting until one of these vans came up. My initial search started with a Sprinter, so I saw the 4x4 Sprinter vans, the low roof, kind of older shaped ones, and I really liked those. And for a long time my plan was to get a 4x4 Sprinter, low roof, and convert it. But the prices of those and the reality of, you know, having a 4x4 van that's wasting fuel, lugging around a 4x4 system and big off-road tyres, just seemed a bit silly to me, because I wouldn't personally use the 4x4 for off-roading very often. And then obviously my kind of vision changed a little bit, and I started looking at similar size Sprinter vans to this on kind of a 15, 16, 17 plate, so the kind of last of the old shape Sprinter. But then I realised that they suffer quite badly from rust issues, and that is something that I don't really want to be dealing with. And the only way to kind of avoid that, I guess, is to purchase the lowest mileage, most clean Sprinter that you can find. But then you're spending enough money to buy a Crafter or a new shape Sprinter. So yeah, on to the search for Crafters, and I found this one at a Volkswagen main dealer with full service history and one owner from new, which is obviously something that I was looking for. So yeah, hopefully this van will be reliable, that's what I'm hoping, and I won't suffer from any rust issues, being Volkswagen and quite new, and hopefully having a good galvanising process. And all I can do is maintain it to the best of my ability. This is going to be a basic conversion. I don't intend to go too crazy with it and spend 20-30 grand, and certainly not in one go anyway. Maybe over the years that will end up happening anyway. But yeah, that is it so far, just a basic introduction. In the next video I will have a few updates, a few small changes that I've made, and a few signs of progression hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.